The King of K-pop here with the topic and discussion. And the topic on this video is boys who listen to K-pop, guys who listen to K-pop boy bands, and the ones that just, well, not those, but the ones that exclusively only follow girl groups, but they troll and look down on other guys that listen to K-pop boy bands and not exclusive to girl groups. It's normally towards those particular guys. If you're someone who follows only girl groups but don't follow boy bands, that's fine. If you're someone who listens and enjoys both boy bands and girl bands, that's great too. But with me, my thing is this here. At the end of the day, it's all about the music. To me, if it's good music or bad music, it has no. I have no discrimination towards a gender of a group just based, just because, if a boy band makes some good music, hell, I'm gonna listen to it. And sometimes boy bands' music are better than girl groups' music. Sometimes girl groups' music is better than boys. It's just that simple to me. And again, it all comes out to what do you get out of music? What do you enjoy about music at the end of the day? With me, it's like, okay, I like catchy music. I like music that's catchy, that's fresh and fun. But then after a while, I like music that I can relate to, a song that I can connect with. I like music where it makes me think back and say, oh, hey, I remember when I used to do this, or I remember I used to be in this situation, or I'm going through this exact same situation now. Music is supposed to be able to connect to you, and that's an art form that I think is lost and has been dead with American music for years, over the last 7 years, I'd say, maybe going back to maybe 8 years. It's an art form I think has just been lost, because music in America today is just so one-dimensional. It's just sex, 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 and that's it. But with K-pop, for the many years I've listened to K-pop growing up, from 1999 to current, they've never lost that art form. They still make music that I could connect with and I can find relatable, and that's what I love about it. That's one of the reasons why I've loved K-pop for so long, because they've never lost that. They still have not lost that art form. I can go and I can spaz over, an after school and just my mouth just drool over the sexiness in a flashback video. Miss A's I Don't Need a Man. I can say it's cute. They're adorable. They can dance really well. It's a catchy song. But at the end of the day, I can't relate to a Miss A's I Don't Need a Man. I can't relate to being an independent woman not needing a man to give me anything because, I'm an independent woman. I can get those things myself. I can't relate to that because I'm not a woman. As far as, say, like a song like Rain, How to Avoid the Sun, which talks about avoiding the sun is just as hard to avoid. Trying to avoid an ex-lover is just as hard as trying to avoid sunlight. I can speak truth. That connects to me because I'm like, hey, I've been through that. I know what that's like. I can relate to that. So it's like with boy bands, I can relate with boy groups. I like listening to boy groups because the songs they make, I can relate to because I'm a guy. So they talk about guy stuff, so I can relate to that just as equally as a female can relate to a Miss A's I Don't Need a Man. They can relate to that because they're women and they're talking about women stuff. So that's what I take enjoyment out of boy bands. They make songs that I can relate to, and I like music that I can relate to. So that's my reason. Other times too, boy bands, sometimes they're better dancers than girl groups at times, because I'm not trying to be a male chauvinist by saying these things, but because for the most part, girl groups, their dance styles are always either cutesy or just very sexy and provocative. Not too provocative, but just sexy and sensual, or just very cutesy. Very few girl groups that will like do the whole shebang, like a boa, or a hyuna. It's very rare that you find dancers like that with female categories, because a lot of companies in K-pop don't let the females dance to the extent or the level of boy bands. So because of that restriction, the boy bands do dance more acrobatically and more aggressively, and I like that, because like I said, after a while I could get down to cute stuff, but after a while I like to see something else. I like to see a different variety of dancing, besides the soft and cutesy and sexy stuff. I like to see the hard-hitting, aggressive choreography and just sick dance moves. You know, I know a lot of guys that don't follow K-pop boy bands because they feel like, oh, if I watch a 2 p.m. performance, they rip their shirts off, I'm just gonna feel so uncomfortable. Well, that's equivalent to if you go see Kara shaking their butts off a Mister. Girls are gonna be like, no. Guys are gonna be like, yeah. So this is like the exact same thing, but here's the difference with me though. I don't feel uncomfortable or by any means if I see a boy band rip their shirt off or something because that's what they do to get the fangirls like in an uproar and get them hot. But what I take out of the overall enjoyment out of boy bands is their the good songs that they're singing, their acrobatic choreography, and sometimes the stage, like the special effects that they put on like special stages and stuff. That's what I take out of enjoying from boy bands. So, you know, me watching, you know, a 2 p.m. or Rain or something rip their shirt off in front of the crowd, see the fangirls go, woo ah! It doesn't bother me whatsoever because I know I'm enjoying their dancing and their singing and the songs that they've made. That's my enjoyment, so that doesn't really bother me. Me watching a Jay Park, you know, dance and sing and eventually rip his shirt off is equivalent to me watching Chris Brown on TV doing the exact same thing. You know, I just don't understand because with so many guys they're just like K-pop boy bands, just know when it's like half you guys, you know, listen to male groups, well not male groups, but male artists here in America. It's no different. I mean, to me, again, I say watching Jay Park perform on TV is equivalent to me watching Chris Brown. They're both going to do something to get the girls, you know, hoop and holler. They're going to rip their shirts off for the girls to go ooh ah. It doesn't make me feel uncomfortable at all because what I enjoy out of their entire performance would be their sick dance moves, their good singing, and their catchy music. You know, that's just me. You know, and sometimes boy bands, their music style is a little bit more aggressive and straightforward compared to girl groups. You know, girl groups mostly have just catchy music. Even if it's a more of an aggressive style, it's still just very catchy, but it's not like very strong. But boy bands have more strong beats and rhythms and stuff like that. So, you know, at the end of the day, it all just comes down to music. You know, I don't discriminate. You know, a boy band or a group, a male group, just because I'm a man and it's to watch a male group or to listen to their music. It does something to my masculinity. It takes a hit in my masculinity. I'm not a man. You know, if I watch a boy band perform or if I like their music, it's a sin. Stupid to me because, again, like I said, it's just stupid. Because if that's the case, then why are men like big followers of like Michael Jackson? You know, that's like saying men shouldn't like Michael Jackson because Michael Jackson he's a man, he's a male singer, so no, or James Brown or the Temptations. Come on, man. Anyway, this is just my thoughts on it. If you're a guy, give me your opinion on the subject. Like I said, if you're someone who only follows girl groups, that's fine. This is just kind of like a small little rant on the guys that look down and troll, because I have come across ones that have troll and that will troll other guys for listening to K-pop boy bands. So this is just my opinions, and my opinions and thoughts are that of my own, not trying to force them off on anyone else who thinks different. Comment, subscribe, peace.